Hello and welcome to the Lowdown. I'm Dan Carter and I'm here with Ally Burt, Head of Customer Experience for the AWS Enterprise Skills Transformation team. AWS training and certification has been supporting organizations for many years, in particular with cloud adoption programs to help them succeed with adopting cloud technology across the organization.
Over the past 18 months, we've been bringing technology leaders together to discuss best-in-class cloud adoption strategies. From these conversations, we've been able to gather insights and trends into what they're seeing as some of the top challenges and opportunities within their own organisations when it comes to addressing their enablement journeys.
The Lowdown is a series where we'll be sharing some of these insights with you so you can go away, implement them across your own organisation to succeed in your own enablement journeys. So let's kick right off. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about organisational change and culture. And Ally, as you know, change is challenging, especially organisational change. So how are some of your customers utilising some of these insights to actually drive this change successfully, especially from different levels of management and leadership within the organisation?
Well, we know that when big change comes, it usually comes from the top. So for many of these leaders, they've been aware and working through this change for a number of months. But for their employees, it can often come as a bit of a sudden surprise, something that they're not expecting.
That's a fair point. So what can leaders do to actually address that then? How can they actually, make people be ready for it?
So for leaders navigating this change, it's about making their people feel comfortable with that. And that really starts with having a strong, clear vision that they can articulate and communicate out to their broader organisation. So the impact of that vision is really about making sure that people feel safe and supported in an environment where they can help to navigate that change. When they feel safe and supported, they're more likely to be able to lean in and take on new opportunities to innovate and experiment, even if that means stepping outside of their comfort zone and knowing that sometimes it's okay to fail.
So we've spoken about leaders, but what does this mean for middle managers specifically?
Some business units may not want to take people away from their day jobs to dedicate time to upskilling because they've got clear KPIs or targets they may need to meet. But for middle managers, it's really being able to navigate this change and knowing that they have the strong endorsement to be able to manage this effectively within their teams because they can see the bigger long-term picture. They really need to be able to understand the bigger impact that these changes are going to have so that even though they're taking people away from their day jobs, they'll be helping to achieve their KPIs faster in the longer term.
So would you say that to support this cultural transformation, everybody across the organisation needs to be really going on the same journey at the same time to actually support the business and their overall objectives?
Yeah, so cultural transformation is really about empowerment. It's about people being able to own their learning journeys and really feel that they have a sense of connection back to what the broader business KPIs are. One consistent theme that we've seen is for some of the more successful enablement programs able to offer a variety of learning modalities, whether that's cohort-based learning, digital training, workshops, or even gamified experiences. If the individual really owns and has the ability to impact that journey, then we see better results.
So are you able to share any insights from a customer you've worked with where they've actually tackled this challenge?
For sure. So Continental AG, an automotive manufacturing company, upskilled more than 7,500 employees in just 18 months. To help their employees understand the relevance of transformation, they created role-based learning programs for their people.
So once they had their newfound skills and they'd learned all of this cool stuff, it would have been important for them, I assume, to actually put it into practice. So how did Continental and the employees actually achieve that?
In order for the employees to be able to apply their newfound skills, they needed to create an environment that was safe for them to be able to learn and innovate within. So Continental launched an innovation challenge. This saw employees collaborating on innovation projects across different departments and 3 different continents worldwide.
And what was the impact of that with Continental?
So this challenge generated 144 cloud innovation ideas, of which 3 went into production. So people were solving challenges using their new learnings, and this really helped to tie back the business goals into the higher transformation agenda for Continental.
So Ally, that sounds like a really great example of where an employee's new learnings can actually have a direct impact on the organisation they're working at and mostly make them feel quite valued as well at the end of that.
Absolutely. It's so great to see an organisation where they're really able to create a safe space for experimentation for their people and empower them to learn. But I think the key takeaway is them being able to collaborate, innovate and apply their new skills together.
Thanks, Ally. Really exciting insights. And thank you for tuning in today, and we'll see you soon on the next episode of The Lowdown.